Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile auto battle series. Today it's Tuesday and we want to complete the daily event, level 55, in order to accumulate all our precious points. First we'll get the heroes back into play. That is correct. There are 5 enemies. Aniki Flyer, Archer, ranged unit. Alright, so I see this already shaping up as the top side being the problem. This unit does... they have Gale. Okay, so they may show up in the first turn just by triggering Gale. But still, we hope that... isn't this too low? Did we finally move the gear to her? She has 4000 health, that should be with gear. Alright. We make sure that Lana has all her AoE skills. Yeah, that should be good. And this is as was before. So, setup number 1. We hope that the conflict comes from north. I wonder what this buff is. Interesting. Okay, so that's a positive thing, I guess. Anyway, auto battle it is. We'll see where this will take us. Okay, Luna decides to go for a very aggressive initial stance. Lana approaches the monster on the top. Aim doesn't cut it either. Freya decides to go completely alone, because who needs friends when you can just reflect everything all day. Luckily for Freya, even though she doesn't know, the position of that archer was very helpful to stop the... Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so Tiaris actually chose the right target, because that made Luna survive for at least another turn. Luna trades a very strong blow with the enemy, but survives anyway. And now I hope that we'll start to coalesce back together. Attack Blessing makes sure that we won't die from this. Healing Light puts us back to full. And hopefully this means that Tiaris goes back to Freya, who, mind you, is not using her talent still. So the barb is not up. That's a little bit worrying. This probably means that Freya is dead. But considering that we have already killed 2 enemies, this may not be a complete disaster yet. Okay, Freya obviously falls to the ogres, to the Cyclops, as they are too strong for us. Gale triggers, however Luna decides that it's time to buff again, which will probably lead to her death. Lana and Narm are too isolated still. Tiaris wants to participate by attacking the archer, which was actually the only one we could have killed in counterattack. Hey, Luna survives the first hit, that's pretty good. But I'm guessing this will be more tricky, yes. So Rocky takes care of Luna for now. She did get to buff everyone again, so at least slowly we'll be getting back there. Tiaris wastes her time entirely, not even healing. Attack Blessing completely lost. But hey, at least we are very happy that the enemy... Okay, I don't know what just happened. I don't know why this happened, but it worries me a little bit. Narm is very likely dead, and Lana could have absolutely used her AoEs and chose not to. However, when her time comes, she deletes one of the opponents, and if Gale doesn't trigger, this might be it. There we go. The battle is still won, even though it took 7 turns. It was quite successful. Alright, so that's the first run. We're now gonna do a second run where we're gonna try to improve certain reactions, certain actions. Like for example, replacing Narm with Freya. Narm is still too far to be able to get to any enemy. How about back here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, attack. Okay, so that's a position she could take. And in the meantime, we are letting Freya take the hits for this enemy, and she will probably protect Lana throughout the rest of the combat. So, choose the event, second scene. Luna chooses a completely different direction this time. It goes towards the water. At least Narm gets to find her opportunity. And the reason our Narm is using angels is because we don't have the correct units to give Narm yet. That's why her damage is so gimped. But that's all we can do for now. Tiaris decides to save Narm, which is pretty cute. And then Luna begins her combat round, trading blows with this archer, and secondarily with this monster as well. Hopefully it moves down, not up, but sadly moves up. Okay, so Luna is down, and the enemies will start to gather. Narm goes again against the archer, chooses to die this time instead. Freya begins her protection. Tiaris thinks that she can take anyone on. Which I guess I admire, but it's also incorrect. She does take someone down, so do not underestimate Tiaris. But at least our idea of Freya protecting Lana does work out as planned. Lana takes revenge on this single mob. Hopefully Tiaris decides to go down. Instead heals. That's not cool. Let's see if the archer begins. Nope, it's the Cyclops. And this spell comes. Is she dead? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully Lana starts with AoE. That looks really good. Kills the archer. Yes. And applies important debuffs on the enemy too. Gale triggers, goes for Freya, takes 20 times reflecting damage, which is pretty good for us. And one more time. The AoE will be devastating, but still not a killing force. Heaven's Sanction reaches the ogre, the Cyclops, sorry, so that's pretty good. And the ogre probably cannot reach us, which is indeed the way we're gonna end this. Let's see what turn it was this time. Turn 6, so even if we lost more people, we actually finished faster. So there's that. And we have reached the next tier of rewards, which are some Trinity Crystals. And we can observe, by looking at the point rewards, that we are a third of the way in. That's pretty good. The better rewards await us next, and in 2 days we're gonna get Freya's skin, which we have been using a lot lately, so we might as well make good use of it. For the rest of the rewards, we'll just have to wait. So in general, for every event, at least the ones that have happened so far, if you have access to a level 55 and you can do it solo twice every day, you do not need to spend any extra farming stamina. You will get all the rewards just by doing the daily over and over and over with the recommended units. That's important. Alright, so that will be the end for today. I believe we have covered everything that has not been covered in other days, and thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.